So, welcome to the second episode of Garage Sessions. This is Mr. Pugly, the V8 Defender, and today we're going to do suspension mods, shocks, coils, a brake upgrade, and some tires. So for this one, I've got some Terra Firma big boy shocks for the front suspension. These are 10-inch travel shocks. They're heavy duty for proper corrugated roads, and obviously they fall within budget. Now next up we've got the brakes. These are the EBC green stuff brake pads. These things are pretty potent, I've read up. Apparently they'll work quite good, especially on this heavy vehicle, and it's also got more power and bigger wheels to turn, so all that leverage on those little disc brakes is going to make a big difference with these pads. We've already got some slotted and cross drilled brake discs on those, and then we've got the 2-inch coil lift which is going to go in. The rear suspension, we've got some 12-inch travel shocks already built in there with some custom once-off shock brackets that fit in there. Currently doesn't work as long travel shocks because our coils are tied to the frame because they keep falling out, which is a good and a bad thing, so we have to make some cones for those. The problem is the 130 Defender's got two coils. It's got a dual setup to carry big load. So we're going to have to work around that to make use of the two coils as well as carry the load, but also flex decent. Now for the tires, obviously I've went with the practical and economical choice of going with 35-inch by 12.5 by 15s. These are Goodyear Wrangler Mud-Terrain tires. They are the Kevlar ones, so the sidewall should be a lot stronger for this heavy vehicle, and currently it actually fits on the car without any lift. The only problem is, as soon as we've done the lift, the car can't get out of the garage. We'll do the suspension mod, we'll let down the tires, we'll get the car out, and then after that we're gonna have to actually hit out those bricks and make the garage door higher. So yeah, practical, economical choices we're making here. Awesome. So now we've got the inner and the outer coil here. This is the main coil, and then this is the helper of carrying load. We've got a soft coil actually, this one. These are the medium duty 130 Defender springs. That's going in the rear. A constant load of 300 kilograms. We're going to add some weight later on, so the ride quality should be perfect. If this is too soft, I can always substitute the weight carrying capacity with the smaller coils, fit them inside. Now with the single coil setup, we can actually use these coil relocation brackets that we've got in the shop. These will then sit there and guide the coil back in when this whole setup dislocates when flexing off-road. So now we just need to fit these big coils back in, and then we're going to test the height and do the same on the other side. I eventually swapped out these coils for the 500 kgs from Terra Firma, as I found these 300s way too soft even for an unloaded vehicle. Right, so front wheel is off. We're at the front left-hand caliper. The Land Rovers have quite an easy design to change the brake pads. You don't have to loosen the whole caliper. You can actually just loosen the split pins and take these pins out. But please note, if these split pins fall out, you lose the brake pad. Trust me, I know. So right here we can see This is a worn brake pad from some Toyota vehicle, I don't know. You can see we actually had to cross drill this thing just to fit it, to have a brake pad for our emergency situation in the Namaqua. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been able to finish the trip safely. This is what a new pad should look like with about 3,000 kilometers on it. This set isn't now complete anymore, so that's going out and better brakes are going in. So we've got the green stuff, EBC brakes here. Immediately you can see on the back there's a bit of an anti-squeal surface compared to nothing on the standard ones. So we can put the front wheel back on, but first the front suspension.
One of the best mods you can do on a Defender is swap out the suspension and upgrade the brakes. My only regret is not doing any of this sooner. It's amazing how this 2-inch lift with the upgraded shocks increased the on and off-road handling performance of this vehicle. Even though the vehicle was sitting much higher off the ground with the lift and bigger wheels, it increased the road handling significantly, even with the vehicle loaded up. Best of all, I did not need to remove the front sway bar as the additional axle articulation was adequate for the trails drive, and for anything else the rear lock diff made up for any loss of traction. The new brakes worked a treat and had the reassurance of not experiencing any brake fade whenever I had to tow with the vehicle. Overall, this has been one of the best modifications I've done on Pugly, and for the 35s, well, you'll have to wait and see my review on them in the next video. If you liked this garage session video, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing and let us know what you think down below. Cheers, check you guys later.